Happy New Year to you. Good morning. I'm Reverend Lori Sheets, and I'm so glad that each of you have chosen to spend some time with us this Sunday morning. You could be out, maybe going to breakfast at a really nice restaurant, enjoying yourselves, having your coffee cup refilled. But no, you're not doing that, and we are so grateful. Thank you. Seaside Singles have a special brunch prepared. Well, they didn't cook it or anything, but it's going to be at Daphne's today at 12:45. Just show up for the fellowship. They also are cooking up an exciting theater night. It is an original Sasha, where are you, dear? Let's go ahead and stand up. This is an original comical show with lots of talent, and it's called French Fries and Velvet Gloves. Now, of the two, I would rather have French fries. It was written in collaboration with Rick Henry, and please see Sasha at the singles table. The date is Saturday, January 26th. It's coming up. It's selling out. Get back there quick to buy your tickets. Sacred Circles, which are our small groups that get together, are led by practitioners, and they take the material that's been given in our message each week, as well as in the journal. That would be, I have to say the name of it, or I'll lose my job again. I keep thinking I'm going to lose my job. The Joyous Living Journal. But these sacred circles are really cool, and they're really particularly nice if you have just joined our spiritual community, because they meet in the homes of the practitioners, and we talk about deepening and really getting into the material. They are safe, they are loving, they are a wonderful place to grow. Who's seen the Friends show? It's like Friends. Only you're talking about spiritual stuff, okay? Not about boys and girls. So please plan to go to the family room and sign up for one. Power Vision Board Workshop is coming up, and I love this. Sharon DeLeon does this every year, and it's about creating your own visual life masterpiece. So, let me just hold on with my eyes closed. You think about what you would like to manifest, what that might look like. See, I didn't ask you guys to close your eyes, just me. But what you do is you create through looking in magazines and different journals. You create this life picture of what you'd like to manifest, and then you put it up and you do all the steps that need to be done to manifest. Sunday, January 20th, 1 p.m., Cafe on Lake is open. They'll be serving chili, so you can stay over if you have extra magazines with incredible pictures or without incredible pictures. But if you have extra magazines, Sharon is looking for some. There are boxes by each door. So please plan to bring those in for the Power Visioning Board. Christian's new journal, which I mentioned again, but I've been told I pretty much need to mention every 2 minutes. The Joyous Living Journal is just a reminder that we have those in the bookstore, and it is a book. It's a daily reading, and it is a book that we are using to really get in alignment with God and to get in alignment with each other as far as what is going on. Just a few more pages. Does anybody need anything? Anybody want a latte? Just raise your hand. Give yourself a gift of taking a class here at Seaside. It truly is a gift to yourself. This week we have quite a few classes starting. We have our Foundations class, which is the bare bones of science of mind with Reverend Christian, a class, The Power of Your Word, with Reverend Tammy, and a class called Self-Mastery, which is my favorite. There's an evening class with Reverend Catherine, and there's a morning class. Oh my, is there a morning class? There's a morning class with me. I would love to see those of you who don't have jobs or anything. You want to come take a class? Just talk to me. There are other different classes that are available. Please check back on our education board. Wednesday night service. Reverend Sunshine Day. Please support her. She's a dynamo. She's incredible. I love her and have known her from the movement for quite some time. So check it out. Check it out. And now, please stand out and check out your neighbor.
Well, hello there, everybody. Good morning. All right.
Hey, all right, Carl.
The long hair is back. Are you ready? Everyone keep standing. Now let's do this. We're going to sing together. This is called Let the Past Go Go. All right. So this is you're going to repeat after me and you're going to sing with me. Let me explain. You're going to go, let it go.
Let it go.
Go, go,
Go, go.
And then you're going to go, let the past go, go now. Together. Let the past go, go now. You got it. 1, 2, 3. All right, you ready? Let your heart shine bright through the dark of the night. Let your love be strong. Say I belong in this song. Let that heart let go. Free your mind up. Got to know. Let your light shine bright beyond the dark. In plain sight. Let it go. Let go. Watch this. Here we go. Are you ready? Let your lights go now. Good. Let it go. Go. Here we go. Let the past go. Let your heart shine bright through the dark of the night. Let your love be strong. Say I belong in this song. Let your heart let go. Free your mind up. Got to know. Let your light shine bright through the dark. Come on, guys. Play inside. Come on. Give Bob a hand. Let your light shine bright through the dark of the night. Let your love be strong. Say I belong in this song. Let your heart shine bright through the dark of the night. Let it go. Now sing with me. Are you ready? Let the lights go now. Let it go. It's got to go. Let the past go, go now. Yeah, give them a hand.
All right, there you go. Hey, Mr. Carl Anthony leading us in our congregational song this morning, and good morning, Seaside. Hey, what a joy it is to share this wonderful morning with you, a morning in which our sanctuary is ablaze with the glory of God, where it is warm and fun to be together and experience the joy. I'm noticing what a wimp I am, and it's like looking outside and saying it's cold. And then I was watching this football game yesterday where they're playing outside in -3, so it's like, come on, Christian, it's not that cold. Get used to it. Hey, how you doing? Woo! All right. Hey, with our past, go, go, go. What a great way to start it here today. It is a year in which Seaside is going to grow, expand, and just rock this world in which we get to share the light. And all of us are part of that. So I want to welcome you here today. Whoever you may be, or wherever you may be on your spiritual path, know that this is a welcoming and affirming, inclusive spiritual community where your presence makes a difference. It touches all of us to be able to celebrate and have fun on a Sunday morning and deepen our walk together. And so to take us a little bit deeper is a powerful practitioner, and that is Bob Greer. Bob.
Thank you. Carl will ring the gong for 3 minutes, and then we'll invite you into the stillness. So just embracing this moment, knowing that right here, right now is that power and presence of God, for there is nowhere that God is not. We know that we are each connected to this source at all times. Knowing that this day is divinely blessed, so grateful for the opportunity for each of us to gather here together today and celebrate this truth. So grateful for all the people that helped put this service together. So grateful for Reverend Dr. Christian's message, knowing that it inspires us as we take this message into the week. Just full of gratitude for all of these truths, I simply say, and so it is.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the love of God surrounds us. Let thy peace be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the love of God surrounds us. Let thy peace be so triumphant that we rest in God and say
Thank you, Reverend Fran. That's one of my favorite pieces. Thank you. And thank you, Bob, for praying us in so beautifully. Good morning. I'm Reverend Christina Tillotson, and it's my honor to welcome you here. If you're here for the first time, we really especially welcome you, and we invite you to go to the back table on your way out and pick up one of these bags. It has a magazine, a couple of CDs, some coupons for discounts at the bookstore and at the coffee table. So please pick one up, and that's our gift to you. And even if it's your second, third, fourth, 300th time, thank you so much for being here and sharing your light here with us this morning. If you have the honor of having been on this planet for 50 years or more, I invite you to come to our Sages group this afternoon at 12:30, right after this service. Our own Miriam Mitchell is going to allow us to experience the sacred practice of Reiki. So please come and play with us then. And now I get to read Dr. Christian's journal entry for the day. This is his Joyous Living Journal, Joyous Living Journal. You're all reading it every day, right? All on the same page. If you're not, you can, of course, get one at the bookstore. But this is for today, January 13th. Unrepeatable You. Life is profound, mysterious, wonderful, powerful, and sometimes deeply challenging. Life is constantly changing and growing. Everything is shifting except one thing: life itself. This is also true about you. You are mysterious, deep, and profoundly complex. You are a rich tapestry that is in the process of being woven right now. Nothing about you is fixed except one thing. You are uniquely you, and always you, and only you. Stop selling yourself short and trying to be like everybody else. You are a precious bloom in life's garden. So for reflection, think about, what profound and mysterious truths are there about me? Where am I trying to be like someone else? What is precious and special about me? So let's take these ideas into prayer. Just tuning in to that precious and special presence of Spirit that is through and as all of its creation. Through and as all of its creation is light and love and wisdom and divine guidance, and uniquely manifested in every single, in and as every single being on this universe. Uniquely manifested as me, as the every galaxy, every star, every atom, every person. And that one is who I am, and each beautiful spirit here is. That unique expression of God sitting right here in the sacred place of Seaside. So I'm absolutely knowing from this sacred time together that each person here just glows in the joy of knowing their uniqueness. Glowing in the joy of knowing that God is sitting right here in each seat, and that spirit, that light, that love, that wisdom, that abundance flows throughout this whole congregation, this whole beautiful community of Seaside, out to this community, out to this state, and out to this world, and out to the galaxies, because there is only one. And I just gratefully accept this knowingness of this uniqueness, this joy of knowing that each person here is a special expression of God. And I release this word to the law, just knowing that it is now done in absolute joy and bliss and knowledge of oneness and uniqueness. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Christina. Your words are so beautiful. And wasn't Lynn Willard's accompaniment also so beautiful? Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ice Age. No, I'm just teasing. This is California, as Dr. Christian said. We have nothing to complain about. O2 and Denver there, and the snow falling, and I'm still playing football out there, right? Did y'all have fun this weekend? Yeah, I know. Isn't it nice to come to church and get centered and listen to the words of Dr. Christian? And also, you get to listen to the beautiful music of our guest artist, Carl Anthony. Let me tell you something I forgot to say in the first service. He is, I think we have one more broadcast of Hay House Radio that was on your, I sent that to the choir. But that's nice. That's really nice. Acts of Kindness with Shelley. And then I haven't listened to it yet, but listen to Hay House Radio. Carl Anthony's on there. And if you don't know, go to the music table, please, because he has CDs, and sign up to be on his emailing list. But would you please welcome now our beautiful friend, our beloved son, Mr. Carl Anthony.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Wow. Here we are again. So good to be back with you. I've been a road warrior lately, I tell you. So how about we just raise the vibration and do a song in prayer? Shall we do that? You're going to go like this. You're going to go, oh, holy, guide me. I hear your voice inside me. So that prayer of guide me, just that simple prayer. Oh, holy, guide me, guide me. I hear your voice inside me. I thought of that as I was sitting on the Ganges River, and there was a big statue of Shiva right there, huge statue. So this is called Shiva. So you repeat this part, you repeat after me. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya, Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Look at the person next to you and say, you did a great job. Excellent. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Oh, my love, Shivaya. Oh, my love, Shivaya. Shivaya, Shivaya. Oh, my love, Shivaya. Oh, holy. Oh, holy. Guide me. I hear your voice inside me. Oh, holy. Guide me, I hear your voice inside. Oh, holy, guide me, I hear your voice inside me. Oh, holy, guide me, I hear your voice. Father. Shivaya, 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 oh, Shivaya, oh holy, oh holy, guide me. I hear your voice inside me. Oh holy, guide me. I hear your voice inside me. Oh holy, guide me. I hear your voice inside me. Oh holy, guide me. I hear your voice inside me. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Give him a hand.
Hey, that's Carl Anthony. Oh my, what a perfect song for this morning. Oh holy, oh guide me. I hear thy voice inside me. It's so perfect for this morning's message, the unrepeatable you, which is quite a unique word, unrepeatable you. I don't know where I came up with that, but I just had to give it to you starting the year. But oh holy, you know, that inside me, I hear your voice inside me. That's the voice we want to be listening to, right? That holy voice. Now, how many, you don't have to answer this, but just rhetorical, but how many of us are listening to a different voice rather than that holy voice inside of us? Don't answer. Yeah, it's rhetorical. That's right. But you know, that's really what I'd like us to take a look at this morning, because this morning is about that unrepeatable you. You know, Ralph Waldo Emerson talked about that imitation is suicide. Others have said you can only be the second best somebody else. What I want you to be is that unrepeatable you, that expression of who you're intended to be. And so, as Dr. Christina was reading with you this morning from the journal, on every page there is a reflective point. And so here at Seaside, we're beginning on the Sacred Circles, which is a small group that gets together once a week in a neighborhood near you on a convenient night at no cost to take a look at the reading and then take a look at the reflective questions. And the question she asked you today is about what is that precious and special aspect of you. Remember when she read that to you? Three of you are paying attention. Okay. It said, you know, what makes you special? What is it that makes you precious? And so as I reflected upon it for myself, what I came to realize, and I was sharing, what makes me special? Yeah, that's a strange thing to do publicly, let me assure you. But as I took a look at what is precious and special about me that I hold anyway, is my ability to trust. I live a life in trust. I trust the people in my world. I trust the people I work with. I trust God. I trust life. And I trust that if something didn't turn out as the way I wanted it to do, I'm trusting that there is something even better that is showing up here beyond what my limited being. What I find very special about myself is my ability to trust that which is in my environment and in my world. And so, with that said, Callie and I were really shocked last Saturday night when we got home from our New Year's travel to find that our house had been robbed. And yeah, that was a shock, let me tell you. And so they didn't take any electronics. They basically went to the bedroom, ransacked it. They took the jewelry, the cash, the credit cards, started using those, and the safe. And they couldn't open the safe, so they thought they'd roll it down the stairs to see if they could break it open, put holes in the wall all the way down the stairs, and didn't open. And so, you know, talking with the sheriff's department at 4 a.m. last Sunday morning, so I was in real good shape when I got here. But, and our world is such that we trust. Up until that time, we were the kind that had left our doors open. We had a dog door from a golden retriever that basically you could walk through without bending over. It was so big. And you know, and I know the story, you know, pray to Allah and tie your camel up and all those things. But if we trust and we believe in, you hear me talk about, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I don't have to fear evil. I'm not an effect of the world. You've heard me say that there are no victims out there, in a sense, only volunteers. So Callie and I, after service last Sunday, sat down and said, so how do we create this in our world? If there are no victims, how are we engaged and involved with this? And what we came up with, for us, was interesting. Callie these days is quite intrigued with the chemtrails, chemical trails that are in the sky, not the condensation trails or the contrails, but the chemtrails are entirely different. Google it if you want to see what the difference is. And also the genetically modified foods, the GMOs. And we have a son that is very hypersensitive to the environmental toxins, and so these things sit heavy within our world in terms of taking a look at that. And then I just happened to be reading that week on vacation David Icke's Global Conspiracy. And a lot of far-fetched stuff, so I'm not saying any of that's true. It's just far-fetched. And it's in the sense it really has lack of trust and manipulation. So here I am sitting in this heaviness. And, when you're in a relationship, you have the beauty. One person can go there and the other holds the consciousness up, or the other person goes there and the other holds the consciousness up. But when both people go into that dark, deep place of lack of trust, it's like, whoa, what happens? It comes back in your world quite quickly. And so what we felt is that we allowed ourselves to set up a frequency or a vibration. We talk about that we're all energy in motion. It is the law of attraction, or the vibrational field, that what we were attracting into our world was a reflection of where we allowed our thinking and our mind to go. Now, there's nothing wrong with exploring, but you don't want to allow your whole energetic field to sit down in the pits of the heaviness. What you want to do is you can explore, but to make sure you don't remain there. And so we take responsibility for allowing ourselves to have gone to that level of experience. And so with a result being that who we are is about joy, it's about trust, it is about love and caring. We quickly fill the field in which we are with, once again, that kind of energy and that kind of life, and are reminded that it's not what happens to us, because in that reading that Christina said, life is wonderful, terrific, and there's some things that happen. It's not what happens to us, it's what we do with what happens in our life. And am I willing to take responsibility so I am no longer a victim out there in my world, but rather I am taking charge of my life, and no one can do anything to me without my participation in it. And as I begin to say, you know what, I am going to take this moment in my life, and I'm going to move in a direction that is even greater and will bring greater good into my life, because our future unfoldment is a result of how we are behaving here today. So I encourage us to take a look at those sensitive spots within our life and say, okay, what do I want to create in the future from here? As you know, what Seaside is going through in this new year, 2013, is we're in the process of redoing the balloon payment on the mortgage that is here at Seaside. And I want to just acknowledge everybody that last year in 2012, we needed to end the year with over $100,000 of income above expenses. And if we did, then we go in the audit. And I want you to know we just got the record back saying that we achieved that. So nice job, everybody. So what that now does is it moves us to the next stage, which is the outside audit, and which moves us to the next stage of having to get the appraisal that validates us so we can move forward. And I also want to say that our pledges, and we'll report at the annual meeting, so I encourage everybody to be there at the end of the month, that the pledges that came in surpassed the previous year, so nice job with that. That is great. And but I'll tell you where we fell a little short was the individuals pledged, because we're trying to show an upward growth. And we're within 20 individuals saying, hey, count me in. So that's why in your Sunday program you see the pledge cards. If you haven't filled that out yet, what we need at this point are 20 more individuals saying, hey, count me in with the family this year. And so as you begin to take a look at what's going on in your world in the future you want to create, you've got to be willing to speak up and speak the truth and say, hey, this is what I am stepping into in my life, because there is a law that responds. The law of attraction, the law of vibration, the law of correspondence is done unto as you believe. What goes around comes around. You can name it what you want, but you're a magnet and your consciousness reflects that. And this is how it works. Ernest Holmes, in his book, The Science of Mind, which has become our textbook, came out in 1926, 27. I'd like to go back at the beginning of the year to the very beginning of it, in the introductory chapters. I like to go back to the basics. In the very first chapter in his book, The Science of Mind, is called The Thing Itself. And he talks a little bit how it works, kind of like mixing colors. He said there's a law or principle that it doesn't matter who mixes the colors. If you mix blue and yellow, you're going to get green. Doesn't matter if you mix it, I mix it. That is the way it works. Now, if you ask why it does that, I don't know why it does it. The wisest person in the world can't tell you why it does that. But if you try to figure out why it does it, rather than just mixing the two colors to get the green you want, you can spin your brains until they fall out. So what he writes about this, because he then extrapolates it into a place that when he starts talking about healing. But he wrote, after he was talking about that since some people have been healed through prayer, while others have not, the answer is not that God has responded to some and not to others, but that some have responded to God more than others. Their prayers or their thought has responded by corresponding. The answer to prayer is in the prayer. And what's prayer? Prayer is a movement of thought within the mind of the one praying along a definite line of meditation, that is, for a specific purpose. And what is mind? No one living knows, but we know a great deal about the mind. But what it is. By mind, we mean consciousness. And we are now using it. We cannot locate mind in the body, for while the body is a necessary vehicle for consciousness, while here, it's not consciousness. We cannot isolate mind. So what he's saying is, this body is not your consciousness. But we get caught up thinking, this is who I am. No, this isn't who you are. This is who you are is using this body as you walk through this world, and this world is reflecting back to you. And who you are is an unrepeatable aspect of that divine expression of God that has come into this world with a sole purpose. And what you get to do is bring that about in and what it is you're doing in life. And everything in your life is an opportunity to have your consciousness reflected back to you. It's the way it works. So Friday, I took my son Trevor, who was celebrating his 13th birthday, to Disneyland. He wanted to go to this new Cars Land that opened up this summer. We had never been there, brand new. And I didn't realize even in the middle of winter, Fridays are crowded at Disneyland. And this new Cars Land, they built like this box canyon in the middle of Route 66. And it was the coldest day of the year. And the cold wind is blowing through this box canyon of these lines that are just took 2.5 hours for us to get through this one line because there was a breakdown. So you wait while the track's broken. And everybody's nose is red and it's running. And you're being nice. And so we're standing in line. And there was this one group ahead of us. There was another kid, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12-year-old. And he was getting kind of tired of this waiting thing. And he kind of, went off a little bit. And his dad said, kind of shouted at him, "Hey, why don't you grow up?" Yeah. Yeah. And there was a silence that went through the line. I mean, this is Disneyland. It's supposed to be the happiest place on earth. It's where you're supposed to allow your inner child out, right? And be a kid. Just because he's an adult who has learned patience, this guy maybe hasn't got that lesson yet. And you should have just seen his face turn red trying to hold back the tears. It's just like heartbroken. And he said, that's what I'm trying to do, is grow up. And so often what happens is that we're not patient or courteous as we are trying to grow up in the situations that we find ourselves in. I mean, of course, if you're an adult, you can wait 2.5 hours and it may not be the end of the world. It's close. But, you've stepped up on that one. Or maybe if you're trying to raise, $2.5 million to pay something up and you're one who deals with $10 million flow every year, that may be a no-brainer. Why don't you grow up, Christian? Trust that it's all taken care of. Or you're trying to put together a business plan and you're struggling with it and you're someone who pops out business proposals all the time. It's like a no-brainer. It's important to realize that as we are growing through our next level of spiritual evolution and maturity, that we are bringing forth our unique expression, the unique you that is not your body and is not your world of affairs, but is the consciousness that you are bringing to that. And that spirit that is a little wild, it's okay. Plutarch, a wonderful Greek-Roman philosopher who used to interpret the Oracle at Delphi, wrote the essay, Parallel Lives. he said that the wildest colts make the best horses. You know, mavericks are misfits. And that's something in you that is stirring, that cannot be contained, is good. But we have so worked on just controlling and corralling that aspect of our being, that I'm going to behave and do what it is I'm supposed to do in the way in which I am supposed to do it, and we begin to crush the spirit. That maverick, if you ever feel like an odd duck in the plume of peacock feathers, it's probably a good thing, okay? It's when you are standing alone, what you will do is attract your own to you. You become that beacon, that light, that invitation, that expression that allows people to see who you really are. You're not trying to be anyone you are not in your life, in your world. If you don't fit in to the world, it's okay if you fit into your own skin, because if you fit into your own skin, you don't need to fit in to how the others think you need to be in your life. And that takes stubborn originality to be an artist, an entrepreneur, an innovator, or an agent of change. And so when I'm working with individuals who have this stirring in their heart and their soul and their spirit, I say, okay, so you get locked in. What do you do? What are your spiritual practices so you can step out of your ordinary world to connect? And so often they'll look at me, huh? What do you mean, step out of my ordinary world? It's like, how do you connect with spirit? Well, I don't. Well, I mean, I don't do it like that. It's like, granted, there are people who can succeed, who can muscle their way to success, do the hit list, get the things done that they got on their to-do list. But what I have noticed, I'm kind of partial to joy and inspiration and grace and ease. And I think spirit can show up in our life if we're giving it that kind of space to show up in our life and in our world. It is okay to be in that space and not have to force our way through. I have seen people that have forced their way and they have got blisters on their feet the size of Frisbees with 100 miles of uphill still to have to go. And I'll say, take a break, ride a bike, walk on the ocean. And it falls silent. We're talking about the unrepeatable you. You need to take care of your soul. You need to nurture your spirit. You need to give it space to breathe. It doesn't matter who's pushing you or who's saying, come to another meeting. Look at what I've given up to be there. It doesn't matter. What matters is taking care of your soul and your spirit. It is part of your work responsibility to take a break and re-nourish and replenish your soul. It is creativity gives the animation to your work and your creative expression. And you are the only one who can give yourself that, and that unrepeatable you, which is the unique maverick of your being, that odd duck of your expression that will give you what it takes to find the patience in line or to create the miracles of your business or the love within your relationship has to be given the space. And what you've got to do is find the time to do it, whether it is through meditation, whether it's through yoga. I used to do it bowing at the golden paws of my golden retriever and rolling with him on the floor. It got me out of my routine. It's, I still have his dog door, but, or my kid. When is the last time that you, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you just kind of curled up on your big soft chair with a novel on a Thursday? What? You can't do that. Yeah, says who? Talk to my cat, man. I look at him and he gives me this indignant look back. How dare you gaze at me like that? But I mean, here's a guy, a critter that has never checked its email, worships the sunspots around our house, and yet my soul is stirring. I better be returning phone calls or answering emails or at least sending out some more books. Hey, you gotta take time to be with yourself and with your spirit. That unrepeatable, unique, distinctive, special, precious expression that you are needs time. So you can connect and be sourced by that in your life. Ernest Holmes, he writes still from the same first chapter in his book, The Science of Mind, page 33 for all you textbook-toting metaphysicians here. It says, nature seems to await our comprehension of her. That's it. It's waiting. Are you taking the time, or are you so busy? And since she is governed by immutable laws, the ignorance of which excuses no one from the effects. And so the bondage of humanity must be a result of our own ignorance of the true nature of reality. That ignorance word just doesn't feel right, but you know, the ignorance of which excuses no one is what it says. The storehouse of nature may be filled with good, but this good is locked to the ignorant. The key to the door is held in the mind of intelligence, working in accord with the universal law. Now, through experience, one learns what is really good and satisfying, what is truly worthwhile. And as our intelligence increases, so does our capacity to understand the subtle laws of nature and how it grows. And she will gradually set us free. And as you learn the truth will automatically set you free. And when we learn to trust the universe, we shall be happy, prosperous, and well. We must learn to come under the divine governance and accept the fact that nature's table is filled. Never was there a cosmic famine. Never was there a cosmic famine. So if you are experiencing lack, struggle, or constriction in your life, it's not because there is a cosmic famine. It is because you are not utilizing the spiritual principles. You are ignorant of that, which is a strong word. But I'll tell you, if you get pulled over for speeding down Lake here and tell the police officer, oh, I was unaware what the speed limit was, do you think ignorance would spare you of that ticket? Of course not. You don't understand how your house gets broken into. It doesn't mean that it was something from the outside, but somehow there was something in me that opened myself up to that field. When you are struggling with a challenge in your life, I don't care what it is all a result of the sense of separation from spirit, because when you are one in spirit, there can be no otherness. Healing happens. Security is there. Peace is there. Healthy body is there. And the healing goes on not because I am praying and getting my mind in alignment and telling spirit what to do, but because I'm getting in alignment and spirit is doing that as me in an unrepeatable kind of way. So you need to take time to connect with spirit. You know, Joel Goldsmith says you can't take heaven by storm. You can't force yourself there, and you can't make it quicker by reading a lot of his books or Ernest's books. It is not through mental might, is what he says, but through a stillness of expectantness. A stillness of expectant is how you get there. Wonderful mystic St. Teresa of Avila says you can't know heaven with your senses, your five senses. The mind is too fragile. It is only the soul, or consciousness, if you want to use our words, your awareness that you can come to know God or the kingdom or whatever it is we want to call living in that space where you are working with a sense of trust and assurance and ability to create in your life. If you want to do this, take the classes. They're starting this week. I'll give you the 10 core concepts and foundation on how to make yourself available to create in your world at the level of your heart's desire and revelation. Because there is only one mind, is what Ernest says at the end of this chapter. There's only one mind. That mind is God's mind. And that's my mind now. There's only one mind, and that mind, which is my mind, is part of the infinite mind, which is the thing itself, which is that chapter title. And that thing itself is uniquely expressing in this world as you, the unrepeatable you, not you trying to be someone else, not you trying to please somebody else, but it is you being who you are and taking a look at your world and saying, look what's going on. How am I involved with this? Because things don't just happen in my world. I am a participant in there. This is one of those immutable laws. You mix blue and yellow, you get green. You mix consciousness with the law, and you get manifestation. What is it
that I need to know about this, because sometimes things happen, but it's what I do with it that makes the difference. And my tomorrow is a result of what I'm doing with it today in my life. And I choose today to live with the joy, with the grace, and the trust of God. God bless you as we do this together.
Hey, let's keep it going as we bring Mr. Carl Anthony back up to the stage. Woo!
All right. Reverend Christian, you're good at this. I'm telling you. Isn't he good? Yeah. So, you know, what a great way to start the year off. That great message. You know, I've been, last year I did a lot of writing. The creative juices are flowing. So this year, in a few months actually, maybe even sooner, I'm going to have a lot of new music I'm going to share with you guys. And that I'm recording a lot. So I want to make sure I can get a hold of you. So make sure you sign my list before you leave, so I can release my new music directly to you. All right? All right, this is called I Am. Repeat after me. I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. That's kind of long. Because of what I put into my mind. You go, oh yeah. Together. Oh yeah. I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. Oh, yeah. Together. Almost, man, almost. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're getting up. Look at that, you. I love you guys. I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. Bring it down a little bit. You know I care about you. I hope you care about me. Let's sing together. Set our mind free, I'll let you know who I am. I believe we can see the future, whatever we plan. Say, I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. Yeah, I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. I want to hear your truth, what bothers you. Don't try to fake it. Whatever you do, you got to give up the fuss. Begin to trust your heart, your mind. I know you stand tough. Come on. I know you stand tough. I know you stand to say I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. Yeah, I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. Bobby. How about you, Lynn? Come on. to give up the fuss. I begin to trust that your heart, you're not. I know you stand tough. Say I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. Yeah, I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. Come on now, back and forth. I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. Yeah, I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. One more verse. Do you believe in love? It don't come from up above. It comes from mother, father, sister, brother. I think it's all around. It helps the ups and downs. It's your vibration. It's every little sound. Say I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. Yeah, I can change. Here we go. Who I am by what I put into my mind. Give them a hand, huh?
That is Carl Anthony. Oh my goodness, what perfect songs for today. Oh, they're fabulous. Woo! Yes, what I put into my mind, I can change the world. Starting with mine, for sure. Hey, this is the time of our service where we have the opportunity to unite together in our givingness. Our gift does make a significant difference. And I also, as I mentioned, put in the Sunday program this week a pledge card. We are looking for 20 more individuals to just say, hey, count us in. That will look good as we go forward with this bond acquisition to show growth over the previous year. So 20 more is all that is needed for us to surpass where we were last year. So if you haven't, it'd be very helpful to us. But along with that, this is the time where we have the opportunity to make that financial contribution, which is very important because we have financial obligations since we operate within this community in this beautiful home. And so together we unite and just say, thank you, God, for touching our heart and our soul. And as we continue to support Spirit's work and Spirit in our life, Spirit continues to show up in our life in the revelations, in those areas that are the most relevant and the most important to us. So it's important to remember God first always. And then what happens is Spirit fills in across our perspective within the world in which we live. And the truth is you can't outgive God. Spirit matches that level in which you have chosen to play and just picks you up to the next level. So as we begin this new year, I invite you to just begin to step up a little bit higher. Leave the Disneyland level behind and move up to the next level in which you're working at in your life, and realize that it's all Spirit. There is no large or small, whether you're dealing with patients or millions. It's all God. The healing takes place in your body and in your world of affairs. So listen to your heart. Listen to your spirit. Spirit saying, try this. Challenge that speaking of your heart and soul back and see what happens. I want to invite our ushers to come forward at this time and say thank you to this wonderful crew that's here for us week after week. Thank you for welcoming us here and just all the work you do to help Sunday mornings flow so smoothly. I share this prayer of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities, knowing that the blessings of the divine unfolds in this moment in ever-expanding kinds of ways, for the richness of Spirit moves in this moment. And I am truly blessed to be part of that divine movement of ever-expanding good. Knowing that Spirit knows how to bring forth and to individualize all that is necessary, I am able to let go of my concerns and be in that place of trust, once again, trusting Spirit and living within the peace and the security and the well-being of knowing that God has it all taken care of. So I let go, feeling the blessings that I have received and knowing that as I let go, these blessings will ripple out into the world in which I live. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. And together, let us say our affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good in my life now.
And it's in this moment of the jazz and the love and the sound and the celebration that this community stands in gratitude for everyone's participation in that ever-expanding, abundant good. For truly, this gift has come from the heart and is given in love, and I know truly that it moves out into the world with a good stewardship in its expression. So grateful to be trusted by Spirit here in this moment and trusted to do the good work that has been given this good to do. We send this forth in love, just thankful to be part of this. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. All right. Guys, you're fabulous. Oh my goodness. Seaside Band, wonderful. Speaking of fabulous music, Carl Anthony, way to rock the house. Woo! Looking forward to those new CDs. Next time we see you, we'll have them, I'm sure. Look forward to listening to you on Hay House Radio. That'll be good. Reverend Fran, bless you for our musical orchestration, artistic expression. Dr. Christina, joy to share Sunday mornings with you. Thank you to Ed for giving us sound, to Marv, giving us the visuals. Know that there's a CD available right after the service if you'd like to pick one up. And so thank you to Cliff for live streaming this today to our home audience. And we love everyone who's at home. Thank you for your support. We appreciate it. Lots going on here at Seaside. Like right after the service, the Sages are getting over to talk about their Sage stuff. And the singles are getting together for lunch to do their singles thing. And Wednesday night, we have the wonderful Reverend Sunshine Day, who's now with us on Wednesday nights. Over 100 people were here last Wednesday. Powerful night for sure. Oh, and Thursday night, big night. Seaside is going to take a momentous step and step out there in sharing this word with the world. We are creating a marketing team, and it is starting this Thursday night at my home. 6 o'clock, I want to invite anyone who has any desire to be part of the marketing team, that has any gifts in terms of the internet or the social media or graphics or ideas, slip me your phone number. Slip it in my pocket on the way out, and I will call you. I got permission from Callie. I can bring home phone numbers and invite you to our home on Thursday night at 6 o'clock. If you've got something that can assist us, this is a year Seaside is going to grow and expand, and we're going to get the word out there, and I need you and your support. This whole community needs your gifts, so plan to be with us on Thursday night. So classes are starting this week. Sign up for those. Hey, guys, anybody want to say anything? Yeah, come on. Okay.
Tomorrow?
Maybe I didn't. Yeah, it should be on. Okay. Try again.
Tomorrow? Mom made a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah? Well, Mom made a Christmas tree. Nice job, Nicholas. Sorry the microphone didn't work better. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I will pray because everybody can hear Spirit speak without words even, without microphones. So I invite us all to join in that place in consciousness. I would invite any of our religious science practitioners to stand and just feel this wonderful upliftment of divine energy. And know truly that the blessings of God is upon this moment, and the richness of the divine reveals its expression in this very moment through each and every one. For I know right now that my consciousness and my awareness is imbued with the expression of Spirit, and I see as Spirit sees beyond my five senses. For what I know moves in this moment is God's expression, seeking that invitation. And I know that each of us is open to be that place where God is known, where God is manifested. And so if anyone here today is experiencing that challenge or that difficulty within their life or within their world, that human condition, understand that it is an experience, but it's not the spiritual truth. And lift it into this light, into this space, into this love, into this healing environment, and know that God absolutely has its way here and now. And the divine transforms, transmutes, and lifts to that higher vibration of expression, that greater good that is relevant in each of our individual lives. Healing happens in the body. It happens in the world of affairs. It happens in finances. It happens within relationships, because it is all one thing, coming to a greater connection with Source, with God. That sense of separation heals, and when there is no separation, there is only Spirit. And so I stand in this expectant state of God's good and receive the wonderful blessings that comes and lifts up. I'm grateful to know what's going on for Seaside, that every member of this community is blessed and enriched and moves to an ever greater conscious connection with Source. grateful that our prayer requests are answered, that the good and the expanding good and the abundance is happening here as a community as a whole. I just let go and live with a sense of trust and well-being and availability for that aspect of self that has been asked to walk this world, that unrepeatable you, me. So I let go, let God. So it is. Amen.
Ooh, ooh, oh. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Did not know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say you are discouraged and trying to make it through just one more day. You got to let it go. Let it go. And this is what we have to say. Come on, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. You know, there's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. You know, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. In my heart, it's open wide. You know there's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Now, Seaside, would y'all sing? I know there's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here. For
And our affirmation for the week is, I am confident in expressing who I am. Together, I am confident in expressing who I am. One more time like you mean it. I am confident in expressing who I am. And our song of grace.
I'm living in love, I'm living in peace, I'm living my life of what I believe. Through joys and through fears, in this world I walk, God's grace shines on me, well it shines on us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We're living in love. We're living in peace. United we stand as one family. We honor all truth as together we walk. God's grace moves through me. Well, it moves through to us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in
Thank you.